Number 10, domain and horizontal asymptote and vertical asymptote and x and y intercept for rational function. Okay, so let's do step by step. Okay, let's like start from domain. Okay, as I told you, like even like it is really tempted to cancel out with numerator and denominator factor, don't do that. Okay, if you cancel out, it is disaster. Okay, so we gonna start from domain. Okay, so domain means you have to find undefined point. Okay, which make x value which make the denominator equal 0. Okay, so the first of all domain of like part A, problem A, domain is all real numbers except 1, -2, and 5. As I showed you like previous problem, we can use number line and you can find the answer. Okay, so like interval notation, it will be minus infinite to minus 2 and minus 2 to 1 and 1 to 5 and 5 to infinite. Okay, then what about the vertical asymptote? Well, look at that. Like or undefined point, which is 1, -2, and 5 cannot be cancelled with the numerator, okay? Which means all these 3 points are the vertical asymptote, okay? -2, 1, and 5. Then how can you find horizontal asymptote? As I told you, the case to have the horizontal asymptote is like you have to compare the degree top and bottom, right? So if your degree of the numerator is bigger than denominator, and there's no horizontal asymptote, okay? The case is when your denominator degree is higher or they have same. Is that okay? So look at this guy. So to find the one, like when you look at the numerator, like do the distribution, it is x squared plus x minus 6 over x cubed something. Do you know why I do not write that one? Because I already figured that out. Your denominator is higher than numerator, right? Then, do you remember? Your horizontal asymptote is always y is equal to 0 only, right? That's it. Okay. And then, like, what about x-intercept? To find x-intercept, we're going to set y equals 0, okay? Which is y is equal to x minus 2, x plus 3 over x minus 1, x plus 2, x minus 5, okay? Look at that. Your rational function equals 0, okay? And you were confused about it, right? Because it's too complicated, right? But keep that in mind. Whenever the fraction form equals 0, you don't have to worry about denominator, okay? With denominator value, there is no way to make it equal 0, okay? So only thing is your numerator must be equal to 0. So this guy must be equal to 0. That is only the case, okay? These are your x-intercept, okay? Then what about y-intercept? That is also simple. We can simply plug in x equals 0, okay? Then what is y? When you plug in 0, 0 minus 2, 0 plus 3, 0 minus 1, and 0 plus 2, and 0 minus 5. So it is minus 6 over 10, which is negative 3 over 5. That is your y-intercept. Definitely your y-intercept must be written by 0, negative 3 over 5. What about b? We will do same thing, okay? Do the factoring of your numerator and denominator, okay? That is first step. So, but keep that in mind, we are not going to cancel out, okay? You have to keep every single factors, okay? And your numerator is what? X plus 2, x minus 3 over x plus 2, x minus 2, okay? So look at that. X plus 2 is in your numerator and denominator, okay? It's really tempted to cancel, okay? Okay, but don't do that, okay? That is very important, okay? Just keep everything in your function, okay? So let's start from domain. Domain is all real number except x equal to -2 and 2, right? So interval notation, we can write minus infinity to minus 2 and minus 2 to 2 and 2 to infinite, right? And then what about the vertical asymptote? As I explained, if your factor the denominator, like, undefined factor can be canceled out with numerator, then it is not the vertical asymptote, but it is a whole. Okay. So for this case, we have only this one, x minus 2 term will give you the vertical asymptote, right? Which is, right? But we know there is a whole, right? It's not a vertical asymptote, okay? And how can you find the horizontal asymptote, okay? As I told you, like whenever you have the rational function which has the same degree on your numerator and denominator, it's like that. It is second degree, right? So as I told you, simply you can just ignore about like leftover, which is you like dominated, okay? Then you can cancel out x squared and x squared, then 1 and 1, which is 1 is your horizontal asymptote, okay? So I can say that's it, right? Then what about uh, x-intercept? We can say y equals 0, okay? Then what is that? 0 equal to, let me use the fully factored one, okay? Okay. Again, so like for this case, like, we are not going to talk about this one because that is the not the y-intercept, but that is at a whole. Okay. So like, as I told you, like whenever you have fraction form equals 0, and you don't have to worry about denominator, okay, because your denominator cannot make your fraction form equal to 0. Okay. So there is only one thing, which is x equal to 3 as your x-intercept. Okay. And what about y-intercept? When x equals 0, okay? Plug in x equals 0. Then y is equal to 0 plus 2 and 0 minus 3, 0 plus 2 and 0 minus 2. So it is 3 over 2. So 0, 3 over 2 is your y-intercept.